So we will be deploying our Streamlit application through Heroku. So Heroku is a platform which allows us to publish web applications throughout the entire web. So to get started, we need to log in into Heroku if you already have an account. Otherwise, you can create a free account. So after logging in, you will see the dashboard of Heroku like this. Here you can create new app or a new pipeline. Here I have already created an app called as Credit Decline for the purpose of deploying the Streamlit application that we intended to serve for the credit card approval task. So here we go to the deploy section, and here we choose the deployment method as GitHub and push all the code that will be required to publish the model in the entire web through GitHub. So after we fix the deployment mode as GitHub, we go. I'll disconnect it and reconnect it. Here I've chosen my GitHub account and the project Streamlit-Heroku. So we will connect. So Heroku will pull all the data from this project Streamlit-Heroku. Make sure that the Streamlit-Heroku in your GitHub account is public so that Heroku can access it. So we will go to the GitHub project. So here you see files like Procfile, readme.md, app.py, setup.sh, requirements.txt, and bunch of other model files that were developed during the model development and which are useful in the app.py file for the model inferencing. So with respect to using GitHub for Heroku deployment, Heroku Streamlit application deployment, the main thing is the environment, and you have to mention what all packages that will be required for the application to run smoothly in requirements.txt along with the proper version. The next thing is the app.py, which was discussed in the previous video. How we get the user input, save it as a data frame, pre-process it, input into the model, and get the results. And the third is the setup.sh. So Heroku just gives us a virtual machine, and in that virtual machine, using our account, we need to create a folder in the root directory called a Streamlit, and then allow serving using the default port in that virtual machine, which is again 8501. And once all this is done, we need to give the command required to start the application. So here the word web mentions that it is a web application, and then it after that it will run the shell script setup.sh, and then after running it will run Streamlit run app.py. So that is how the GitHub project has to be present for Heroku to read the files from GitHub and deploy it. So once the GitHub is connected to your Heroku app, you can click deploy branch. You can also choose different versions of your GitHub project depending upon your requirement. Here I have only main master branch, and so I am going with deploying that. So once the deployment is complete, you will see the build logs in Heroku. In the activity tab, here you can see that the environment is setup with the required packages in Python, and there is a database SQLite to store the user inputs given in the web interface. And finally, the model is deployed in this link, which is nothing but https your Heroku app or project name dot herokuapp.com. So if we try to open it in a new tab, we can see that the web application opens with the user inputs like gender and other features that are required as input for the model, and the display of the input parameters for reference, the pre-processed input to the model, and finally the prediction probabilities. So in this way, you can connect your Streamlit application to Heroku via GitHub and publish it